Hey guys, I'm Tinashe. Welcome to Gent Next Door, and today we're going to talk about style archetypes. As a stylist, one of my jobs is to make my clients feel confident, assured, and most importantly of all, authentic in the clothes they wear and in their general appearance. The way you can do this is by dressing according to your personality. Now, most guys will buy a fashion magazine or go on social media and check out a celebrity they like, and just basically try and replicate what he's wearing. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you really want to develop genuine and distinct personal style that's true to who you are, you need to understand this concept of style archetypes. It's basically taking your personality, your mission and your goals and piecing that and telling that story in the clothes that you wear. There are 7 types of style archetypes that I talk about in my book, and today I'm going to give you the lowdown on each one. Now, the first kind is the classic man. This is the man who's always in a really sharp, razor-sharp, well-tailored suit. Think of Harvey Specter from Suits, or David Beckham when he's on an awards night. The suit is always really, really well-tailored, like a classic gentleman. So if you're the type of guy who maybe works in banking, maybe you work as a lawyer, and you got really, really important work, and your work requires a really serious suit, and you want to lead and inspire others, and you want to dominate, you're a classic alpha male, then you may be suited to the classic man. The next archetype we're going to talk about is the melodramatic man. Typically a creative person, very creative person who doesn't like fitting in. You want to stand out, you want to run your own lane. A popular person who's a classic melodramatic personality type or style icon is Kanye West. If you look at his Yeezy brands and just even his own style, it's very original. It takes clues from different things. There's a bit of skatewear in there, a bit of hip hop, but it's very futuristic. And Kanye likes to break rules. Even in the way he does his music and the way he does his fashion, he likes to break rules, he likes to push boundaries, and he's always innovating. So if you're a melodramatic person, you want to be comfortable in your clothes, but you want those clothes to be unique. You don't like the idea of somebody else wearing the same clothes as you. I mean, we all don't, right? But you particularly don't. So you'd go and shop at like unique boutiques, like Dover Street Market, for example, and you're happy to spend more money on something that's quite unique and rare. Next up, we've got the utility man. This is for you guys who are really, really hardworking, but you don't want to work too hard on your fashion. These are the guys who like to wear really robust, rugged, tough clothes that are versatile, that work together very well. You are the type of guy who don't want to spend too much time in the morning thinking about what they're going to wear, because everything in your wardrobe is functional and works together. A classic example of a utility man is Bear Grylls. He spends half his time in the middle of the wilderness surrounded by bears and glaciers. He needs his clothes to be tough, to be rugged, to be versatile. But you still see him rolling up his sleeves with a simple knitted jumper similar to the one I'm wearing today. He still looks the part for his audience. So you guys who want clothes to be very, very simple to understand, but very dynamic and tough, utility man is your guy. The next one is the romantic man. This is the guy with very classical tastes of fashion and a love for luxury. We call you guys purists. We call it a romantic man because you're very sensitive, you care a lot about your fashion, or you refined knowledge about watches and shoes, and you go and get your jacket tailored, and you got special seamstresses to look after your shirts. You guys are really, really passionate and you care about all the minute details. You guys have a classical taste, but are very sensitive and charming and intelligent about your fashion. Classic examples of the romantic man archetype is George Clooney, Harry Styles, or someone like Tiny Temper even a little bit, and Ryan Gosling. Next up is the impish man. Now, I know we're talking style here, and essentially you're watching this video because you care about your fashion. Now, the impish archetype, this is the guy who doesn't want to look like he's tried too hard with his fashion. He doesn't care about the rules. He doesn't research it, whatever. He just goes into a shop, finds what he likes, finds the colors that he likes, and he puts it on and he doesn't think too much. At least that's what he wants people to think. Actually, the impish man does care. He wants to make sure his clothes look like he didn't think too much about it, but somehow they work. Fantastic example of the impish archetype is Russell Brand. Now, in his early days, it was all very All Saints, peak Doherty-esque grunge. It was black, it was skin tight, skinny jeans. It was like the loose shirt and showing off his hairy chest and all this gothic type of accessories and his big hair. He's kind of sophisticated it a little bit as he gotten older. He's a comedian, but also an intellectual now. And it still says that look, I'm too smart to care about fashion. Nevertheless, you know that he cares about his image, that it works. It still tells you that story about who he is, about his brand, no pun intended. If you're the type of guy who doesn't want to think too much about their clothes, who doesn't want to look like they tried too hard, but still want to make a statement, still want to break rules, then this is the impish man. The next archetype we're going to talk about is the boyish man. The boyish man archetype represents a youthfulness and a playfulness in the approach to style. You just want to have fun and you never want to grow up. You're like the Peter Pan of fashion. So a great example of a classic boyish man archetype is Pharrell Williams. He always looks like he's just having fun. He's just always looks like he's having a giggle. His clothes just tell this really funny story. If you really like having fun with your clothes and want to play around and want to be loud and not afraid to get attention, this is the one for you. The final style archetype we have is the drip man. So this is the work hard, play hard, spend big mentality towards style, towards life. So if you're the type of guy who queues up outside End Clothing to get the newest release of Jordans or the newest release from Nike or some quirky new streetwear collaboration that's happening, you're the drip man. So a classic drip archetype is A$AP Rocky. I really like A$AP because he can do Harlem and he can do Dior. You know, you can be in Paris Fashion Week, you know, and be really high fashion, and they can be in Harlem with his boys and look hood rich. You don't have to be from an urban community. You just have to be passionate about the game, passionate about trainers, passionate about brands and street culture. You know, you just have to show an interest and be genuine about it. Okay guys, those are the 7 different style archetypes. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to know more about how you can discover your own personal style archetype, I've left a link in the description below. You can click that and check it out. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, push that like and subscribe button, follow me at GentNextDoor on Instagram, and I'll see you on the next one.